right, 12:01. It's the oil stream. Nothing to talk about today.
Nope.
Nothing to talk about today with this loser of a team right now.
What do you mean?
Unbelievable, man.
What?
Like,
What?
look at this, Tom. Usually I pop in, I'll have like a couple of notes.
I know.
This is what I want to talk about today. Look at this.
Bad.
There's lots to get to. Anyway, we are at Boston Pizza. We're going to be checking out their holiday playlist menu of items. It's going to be good. Next Tuesday, Boston Pizza's teamed up with the Ben Stelter Foundation. They're doing this huge Ben Stelter promo next week. Next Tuesday, we're going to be live at the Devon Boston Pizza from 11 until 6.
All day,
so Edmonton
baby.
Sports Talk's going to be there from 11 o'clock all the way down to 6 to just help create exposure for what they're doing for the Ben Stelter Foundation. So we've got that on the go. We've got this bad boy right here, Oilers Fan Experience.
Yep.
Come on by the Namale location, scan this, get in the mix for 2 passes to a pregame party and 2 tickets to the December 6th Oilers game versus Winnipeg. You don't have to come in here right now, but pop by and get in the mix for that. It is the Oil Stream. We are brought to you by Boston Pizza. El Presidente said, I had the stuffed matzo sticks last night. They were pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm probably most excited about, these stuffed matzo sticks. This pepperoni pizza looks pretty unreal as well.
I love the vodka
that.
sauce that's being introduced for this holiday menu.
A vodka sauce.
Yeah.
So, like, can kids eat that?
Oh, yeah. Like,
I don't know. I thought maybe it was like just straight booze.
No.
I don't know. Vodka
Could you
sauce,
imagine?
right?
No,
Like,
it's basically like a different style of rosé is how I would describe it.
okay.
And the flavor, it's unique, but in a good way. And I if I am making my own pasta at home or whatever, I'll go and get like a vodka classico or whatever, and then add either Italian sausage
Real
or some
fancy
chicken.
boy.
I try. I mean, I'm not a good cook by any means, but I try to give it what a good at least 80% effort. And whenever I see vodka sauce, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna grab some. It's really good. So I like that they're doing that with the holiday menu. Shout out to Chris. Chatted with him earlier. Great guy. Owns this location.
Yeah, out here delivering food to people.
Yeah, and
love it.
They're going to have a big celebration, obviously, tomorrow with Remembrance Day, and this being basically right on the base or right by the base. Tomorrow's going to be a big day here. So, and then thanks to the ladies who brought the poppy with the
boom. This
pin.
is the one with the pin.
Oh, so clutch.
I've lost like 3 poppies already this year.
Oh my God.
It's not over far enough.
And then the pin with the support our troops
that's
as well. So very fitting because we are at the Mayo BP. So good to be back on the north side too.
We'll swing by today. If you're in the area, you want to pop by for lunch, definitely do that. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. We will get into a bunch of your text messages. But, hey, if you have thoughts on the Oilers game Saturday night, we can definitely get into those.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, go ahead.
I was like, forwards bad or sucked. Defense sucked. I went back and watched it. Goaltending sucked. Coaching sucked. Power play sucked. Penalty kill sucked. Penalty kill was really good, but it sucked by association. I just want to clarify that.
Penalty kill went 7 for 7.
I know.
Now, with that being said, it didn't feel like it went 7 for 7 because when Colorado's on the power play, man, they were slinging it around.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So I was wrong in saying that the penalty kill sucked, but I'm just going to say, as my dad, sucked by association, guilty by association, sucked by association, even though that's not really the case.
All right. So the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes.
First of all, you were down at the rink today.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just get to today.
Okay.
Right? So they practiced yesterday. McDavid was animated with Ekholm and Bush talking about some things. He did speak to the media after practice yesterday. Draisaitl spoke this morning. I watched Draisaitl's in the truck here before I came in, basically saying, it's time to respond, all that. Like, I don't care about what they have to say today. It's all empty until you go out on the ice and do it, right? So let's see what ends up happening tonight. But what was the vibe like down there today? Was there anything that really stood out to you?
Good that they took ownership in what they had to say. We only heard from Stu Skinner and Leon Draisaitl player-wise today, and then Chris Knobloch was at the podium. It was quiet. Honestly, Dusty, it was quiet around there. And it wasn't gloom and doom or anything like that. It was just, they got their asses kicked. They know it. They should feel shame. I feel like they do feel shame. And we'll find out if that was a wake-up call and how they respond tonight against a pretty average Columbus team. So,
what are we thinking for lineups today?
I just sent Reed my best guess for lines.
Okay.
We know that Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is out. They put him on IR. Chris Knobloch said about a week, but anytime Knobloch says a week, it usually ends up being a month for a player, which, I know I'm saying that in jest a little bit, but seriously, that does happen more often than you'd probably like in oil country. When Knobloch says a guy and gives him a timeline, it usually ends up being way longer, unfortunately. Well, look at Zach Hyman. We're still waiting for him, for crying out loud. Janmark coming back tonight. I'll make the joke now. My boy Janmark coming back is going to change everything. I'm being facetious about that, but the loss of Nugent-Hopkins is big. It's detrimental. The addition of Janmark is helpful, but there's still a big chasm between those two and what they bring to the table night in, night out.
All right. Tommy, you had a couple of days to think about what happened Saturday night.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, hit us up in the comments section. If you're listening on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can text us. We'll get to some of your text messages, obviously, as we work our way through the show as well. Livewire 9898 over on YouTube says, I've seen teams suck before, but the Oilers, they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked. And to be honest with you,
good point.
That's not even overreaction.
Nope.
That's kind of fitting for what we saw. One of the worst losses in the history of the franchise, if you can believe that, through the decade of darkness even. Not sure we saw anything like what we saw last night. What was it, 10-2 Buffalo?
Yeah, 10-2 Buffalo. Swainer sent me. Swainer's always
I was listening to Swainer give you a bunch of those good messages.
Yeah, so that is the tied for the biggest loss at home in franchise history.
Swainer's got to post all of these because I hear him on the postgame show.
I know.
Then I go on Twitter the next morning to grab him.
Yeah.
And he's usually only like one of them posted. I'm like, damn it, what did he say again?
He sends them in, and Swainer, don't stop. Appreciate it very much. The biggest loss in franchise history on top of Saturday's 9-1 drubbing at the hands of the Avs is a 10-2 loss against Buffalo, January 27th of 2009. I remember I was at that game. Mo said he was at that game too. That was the one where fans were chanting, "We want 10," and they got 10. And that's when Buffalo was a really good team before their decade and a half of darkness had begun. This was also the second time in franchise history that all 18 skaters have had a negative plus-minus rating. The other time, I'm going to end this one with a joke, was a 9-0 loss at Detroit on October 13th, 1995. Joaquin texted us that on Saturday and said, I was part of that game. And I could see Joaquin saying it in a very, joyful, playful manner because that's just his nature. And then the other night, the Oilers had 10 players -3 or worse. Before tonight, they never had more than 7 players -3 or worse in a single game. So those came in from Swainer on Saturday night, just rehashing them.
All right. What did you enjoy most about postgame?
I thought
Belsey was outstanding.
I loved
Obviously,
it.
Reed brings the heat when Reed's been very stern about the Oilers so far, I think.
Good
this
choice
year.
of words. Yeah, he has no wiggle room. He just expects them to be prosperous and elite, but it has not happened.
I don't necessarily want to go on a major rant again today. I already did that.
I like when you rant.
But man, I thought it was so pathetic.
It was
just so pathetic that you're getting run out of your own barn in a game that was, here I go again, in a game that was built to be heavyweights, right? A massive highlight of the NHL season schedule. You got the Oilers and the Avs. Meanwhile, the Avs have one regulation loss all year.
Yep.
The Oilers have won less than half of their games. I mean, that alone, we probably should have pumped the brakes on the narrative of 2 heavyweights coming in. I said this morning on the show, it was like Mike Tyson against Lil Mac, the old Mike Tyson boxing. That's what it ended up being. It was absolutely embarrassing. And then the fact that they didn't look like they cared. Like, to me, that was, I don't care who you are. Go like this. Go like this to somebody.
Yeah, punch somebody in the face, man.
I'm just saying, rub somebody's face. Do anything. They literally did nothing. They just sat back and said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" It was the most embarrassing performance by this team that I can remember since Connor McDavid put on an Edmonton Oilers jersey. And the fact that nobody seemed to be mad about it. Nobody was pissed.
They just took
on the ice. They just, Like, to me, that is a very defeatist attitude.
Yep.
That we'll see what happens tonight, man. And if they come out and don't win this hockey game tonight, then there are some major concerns as they head out on this road trip. And now Nuge is going to be out for a little while. Like, I don't know how you can play a competitive sport and be getting pumped like that and not in any way want to push back in any fashion. Like, go to the front of the net, stand there, do something.
You know what's going to make us feel better?
Everybody was allowed to walk to the front of the Oilers net. Nobody in the Oilers even tried to get to the other net. Those are huge.
They're the matzo
Holy
sticks.
smokes.
This is vodka sauce.
Look at this, you guys. Look at the size of this matzo stick. Are you kidding me?
Try the vodka sauce.
Hey, look, in honor of the Oilers, it's shaped like an L.
Thank you.
Oh, this is insane.
Okay, here's a napkin.
Tell
me how good that
really
vodka
hot,
sauce.
Buddy.
It probably. Here. It's hot. Oh, it's steamy. That smells so good. I'm gonna have to grab some. What do you think?
Those are delicious, buddy.
And the vodka sauce?
Yeah, the sauce is good too.
Yeah.
I can't double dip, but these are.
Double dip the backside.
I'll dip the backside.
That's okay.
Good call.
You're not dipping your chip twice. It's a little different. Yeah.
Oh man, thank you, Boston Pizza.
Yeah. Are they hot though?
It's a little hot, but not crazy.
Okay, I'll give it a minute.
High danger chances, 16-8. You know the Oilers are a bottom 5 team in high danger chances.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Somebody pointed out this morning. You know why they're not getting a lot of high danger chances? Because you have to go to tough spots on the ice to get high danger chances. If I turn on the game tonight and I see McDavid, Bouchard, and Draisaitl doing a series of drop passes at the offensive blue line, remember they're circling the zone and you're like, look at this.
Yeah.
It goes nowhere.
No.
It leads to nothing.
Yeah.
The other team just sit back and watch you.
They'll be
Be
okay.
like, okay, where are you going to go? Go ahead. Try to kick the front of the net.
Yeah.
Because nobody goes to the front of the net. And Trent Frederick, I don't even know what to say about Trent Frederick. Like, all your team needed in any fashion at any point in that game was some sort of spark. It's anything. And if he can't realize that, what purpose does he serve?
Well,
what purpose does he serve? Like,
very minimal impact so far, obviously, and I'm being kind in saying that.
He's been awful. Like, he's been awful so far.
Yes. And we ran his post-game interview and him saying nobody wants to fight a guy with one goal. I'm sorry. That's a defeatist thing to say. You do not give anybody a choice. You go grab somebody on the team, you ragdoll until the tough guy comes and gets you. And then you get your fight. It doesn't matter. They won't care at that point how many goals or points or your plus minus is, or they'll say, okay, you're beating up one of our guys. That's a no. I'll fight you. And then that's how you get a spark.
And even if you don't get a fight, do something.
Hurt somebody. Well,
you don't even have to. Tommy, I'm talking anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah. We had people saying, and this isn't, now I don't think this is a popular opinion, but there was some responses from people saying, well, Frederick's ankle's still bothering him, so I'll give him a bit of a pass.
Well, good. He's got 7 more years to do nothing.
Screw that. Like, you've had how many months? He was hurt for how many months? His injury was sustained in February, and we know high ankle sprains are hard. They take time. You don't really know when they're going to get back.
Then don't play.
Better.
Then
he
don't
didn't play. He played one game until the playoffs.
So I'm saying now, if anybody sees that, then don't play. You're not doing anything anyway.
You don't need a high ankle, or you don't need your high ankle to be 100% to go fight somebody. That's all I'm saying here. So,
all right.
Unacceptable. His comments about they don't want to fight a guy with 1 point. Don't give them a chance.
Well, and also,
don't give them an option.
Most guys who are willing to fight probably only have 1 goal anyway.
Usually that's how it works.
I'll also say this. There's not a lot of guys with 10 goals that are going to fight. Right? We can do this all day. Not a lot of guys with 7 goals are going to fight.
When he said that,
not a lot of guys in the league fight. We're not saying you have to fight. I'm saying you have to go to the front of the net and bump into their goalie and make them react to you.
Yep.
There's a lot of ways that you can get under somebody's skin.
Yep.
And nobody did anything.
Yep.
Anything. Like, it's
when he said that and we ran the post game, Belsy and I looked at each other like, are you kidding me? Did he really say that?
I was watching the post game when it was said, and I thought, no.
Yep.
What's that even mean? What are you talking about?
It's defeatist, in my opinion.
Mike from Calgary says Columbus has a guy that'll fight a player with 1 goal. Freddie, don't take that one.
Good luck.
Yeah, he's not at that class.
No.
The others don't have anybody remotely close that can handle him.
Oh my God, this is good.
Hey, is that not good?
They're nice and airy too.
Yeah, they are, right? It's not like, oh my God, there's so much cheese in here.
The vodka sauce is amazing.
All right, so chime in, 780-218-9999, 780-218. And you know what? I think you guys said in the postgame, and I reiterated this morning, it could have been worse. It should have been worse. Like the power play goes 0 for 7, looked pretty good. Skinner, I get it. The second goal, I don't care who the shooter is. You can't have it go right through you like that. The first goal, you're going to let Cale Makar walk in. You're going to let Cale Makar walk in. Like, not ideal. Second goal was an absolute killer. Third goal, yeah, you want maybe better rebound control, but you also had Brindley completely in behind both defensemen. Once again, wide open right in front of the net, grabs the rebound, buries it. And the fourth goal, it looked like 5 Oilers controllers died. All 5 of them were just like, and Drury just walked right in the middle. What does Belzy call the middle of the ice there? The
Royal Road.
The Royal Road. He walks right down the middle and tips it in. No chance for Skinner on that one.
Well,
then they bring in Pickard. Pickard looked like he never played the position before. Like Pickard was even worse than Skinner.
Goaltending was brutal the other night.
Awful.
Forwards were brutal. Defense was brutal.
But like Skinner Skinner stopped a breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped at McKinnon one time on the power play. He stopped Lehkonen point blank all alone in front.
Yep, that is true.
I don't know what to.
But we had people being like the goaltending. I'm like, yeah, we get it, but there's more problems than that. And then even I still see it too. People harping on it's not just. Are you guys going to defend the goaltending and tell us that it's the defense in front of them? Yeah. Even the coach said it today. He admitted the goaltending hasn't been great, but he said there are huge issues in front of both goalies. And then, when it finally gets to goalie, I'm not going to be a Stuart Skinner apologist, but like this team's defense is atrocious. You could have Vasilevsky back there and he'd be getting lit up. I want to see better saves and more consistency from Stu Skinner. Yep. And do I think he's the answer? Well, as the weeks progress this season so far, I'd probably say no. I'd probably say it's likely they're going to look to upgrade somehow. How do they pull that off? I don't know. They're up against it cap-wise. But the fact that they're not talking extension with him or they haven't talked extension is a pretty big tell. This was make it or break it. It ain't going good so far unless he has a huge turnaround starting tonight.
Well, I want to see quickly. Speck wrote an article today about the goaltending. So Stan Bowman, you are officially on the clock. I hope he's better at securing goaltenders than he is at power forwards for 8 years.
No.
It's over in Edmonton for Skinner as the unchallenged number 1 finished. I just want to see if Speck offers up like any sort of solutions on this. I know it's not his job, but I'm just curious if he
did he write this today?
This was from today.
Okay, because he was tapping this out when I was leaving the media lounge, and we were talking about this. What has he got?
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if Speck had like, hey, here's some guys you could go trade for, just as conversation points. But this is the problem: is that great? I mean, I haven't read it yet, but it looks like a pretty solid article from Speck.
Yeah.
But like, how do you address this in season?
It's not easy. I mean, that's why at the first line said Stan Bowman's on the clock.
They couldn't address it or didn't want to address it in the offseason. Now you're telling me they're going to address it in season? Ow.
That's Jeff Jackson's Stan Bowman problem. And people have been asking about Connor Ingram. I think he's still, from what I heard, he's still finding his game down in Bakersfield and working things out and getting back into
I don't even think he played
routine.
This weekend. Matt Tompkins got both games.
Yeah. So like that, I'm trying to put it in a nice way. He's not there to be ready to step up.
He's not savior that some people thought he was going to be, at least yet. We'll see what ends up happening, I guess. I don't know. I think it's possible to say, do they need an upgrade in net? Yes.
Yeah.
They need an upgrade in net. But I also think if you just try to say it's all on the goaltending, you're giving everybody else a free pass. And from what we've seen so far this year, really nobody on this team deserves a free pass. Like Saturday night was just not goaltending. It was everything. And it was kind of like a perfect storm of things that have troubled them in games throughout the year, here and there, all colliding into one against a freaking awesome Colorado Avalanche team.
Right.
Like the Avs look
That's a contender.
They don't even have their number one goalie right now.
Yeah, he just came back. Well,
Right,
Wedgwood, what is he now? 9-1-2.
Oh yeah, Wedgwood has been outstanding, but
Yeah.
he's not even their main guy.
Right.
So
We
Colorado's good.
with
They are.
Bailey Curtis on from DNVR Avalanche. She's like, yeah, Wedgwood's probably getting traded at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And he's easily walking away with a 9-1 victory. And he's 9-1.
When's he going to get traded?
She figures at the deadline.
What?
Yeah. So you're saying,
I mean, if I was him, I would request a no trade to Edmonton. Like,
jeez.
leave me. Don't put me out there against that team right now. With that team right now, like
I forgot to say this, Dusty. When you brought up the high danger chances when it comes to the Oilers, the other thing too is like it's pretty obvious. I'm just gonna say it. They pass up when they have great opportunities to shoot at the net consistently. That's one thing that has been very consistent all season long. They get a slot opportunity and they're looking for the pass. They've done that night in, night out since day one. There's your lack of high danger opportunities. Part of it. I just want to say that.
Josh of the North texting in. Don't have his handle in this system yet. I think it's the first time he's referred to himself as Josh of the North.
Excellent.
I like it. Strong handle. At this point, they might as well bring up Connor Clattenburg if Frederick can't get the job done. Josh of the North.
Connor Clattenburg, he did get a contract. He is rough and tumble, but he's just figuring out how to be a pro. This is his first year as a pro. Last year, I think it was his first game from getting the bump from junior. He got a concussion with Bakersfield and missed some time. I don't know if that ended his season or not. But yeah, that's kind of what Clattenburg is. But I mean, he's 20, 21. It's a lot to ask for a kid like that, but it has happened in the past in obviously different eras of hockey. You have Trent Frederick. The bottom line is he needs to do something.
Stupid Peter texts in. Says, I'm praying for Skinner's sake that he has a good game tonight. Because if he lays an egg and the team plays okay, I think the city might explode. Well, the one thing that Skinner has going for him in that situation is that I'm not sure how many times this year the Oilers have played okay. Like they've been by far the better team. What?
Twice.
Two games?
We counted
maybe
twice.
2.5 games, but like 2 games. They played 16. And we can identify 2 games in which they have definitely been the better team.
It was Vancouver and 2 out of the 3 periods against Utah. That's it. That's it in 16 games. Ingram, by the way, really quickly, Dusty, 1-2-1 with a 405 GAA 848 save percentage.
So worse numbers in a worse league.
That's right.
Than at least Skinner.
There's your
Picker's numbers are actually pretty troubling right now.
Absolutely.
Let's get to a couple of your messages over on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. You can text us as well at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Why is nobody thinking about trading the Oilers? Why is nobody thinking about Oilers' best trading chip? You have 2 years to trade Bouchard to upgrade the goaltender. That's the only trading piece. Woo!
Have we watched him play this year?
Yeah, to be honest with you, with the way Bouchard has played so far this year, nobody's touching him at 10.5 mil. I mean, it's just, I know a lot of people that might piss a lot of people off, but with how he's played so far this year, that's a valid take. Gordon McDowell says the Oilers' goaltending isn't good enough, but the Oilers' team defense is absolutely brutal.
Yep.
The way they throw their goalies to the wolves every single night.
Yep. Good point.
Bean Skins over on YouTube today. When's the last time you saw this team outwork someone?
Last season.
Just for those of you who are listening and might not have heard that, did you say last season?
That's right. Last season.
I mean, yeah, to go out and outgrind somebody. Probably
last year.
Back to last season.
Probably in the playoffs at some point. Game 2. I don't know. Hasn't happened this year, that's for sure. Sorry if that was too blunt.
No, I mean, it's not too blunt. I mean, nobody's arguing with you.
You know what's incredible? Like on Play Alberta, we do the game day odds check every game day, right, on the pregame show. And they have been the favorite every game this season until Dallas.
Really?
until Dallas, they were the favorite. And against Dallas, they were not. They were the dogs. They're obviously the dogs on Saturday. And I'm just like, wow, we give them a lot of clout. Now, they've earned a lot of it for what they've done in the postseason in the last couple of years. But
when does that, this is a good question.
Like, stopping right now. I mean,
well, that's what I'm wondering.
Like
Is that like, even with the start this year, a lot of people would go, they've had poor starts in the past.
They have.
They're tired coming off, a couple of runs to almost winning the Stanley Cup. But when does that rub off? Is that done now with the Colorado? Now are you just like, okay, this isn't last year's team anymore.
Yeah.
This year's team, this team that we're watching right now, has some work to do. We're not sure they can put together a 10-game winning streak like the teams were able, the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure they can. So, I guess, are we past the last couple of years now? Is that that's what I'm asking?
I think we're witnessing that right now. And I think there's been a broader realization that this team has some really glaring issues and they're not fixing them. And I think they're at the point now. Remember last week we're like, well, this is a better start than last season and better start than 2 seasons ago. Someone pointed out, I think when I was I was watching you guys this morning.
It's a worse start than last year now.
They're a point behind the pace from last year.
Yeah.
So now we can't even use that excuse or that validation, if you will. That's gone now. They've totally ruined it.
Nice going.
Way to go.
Okay, what about Knobloch? And how much of the lack of fire in this team comes from what I will describe as over composure from the coach? Like he always seems to, like, this guy, he even kind of looks like Lloyd Braun. But like I feel at some point, and that's not a slight, it's just a comparison. I feel at some point
Lloyd
he's gonna pop over into Kramer's apartment and ruin all of the computers that George has sold. Like, serenity now,
insanity
later. Like,
yes.
I feel at some point you'll be like, oh, look at that. Chris Knobloch's got an axe and he's chopping down chairs at Rogers Place. Seats because how can a guy watch the team on Saturday night and still sit there and look kind of the exact same that if they would have won the game 9-1? And maybe that has benefited him over the last couple of cup runs, and it's a positive. But right now, with the way the team is playing, it's hard not to look at him and look at the way the team plays, which is very vanilla, and go, man, they're kind of the identity of their head coach right now.
I understand that. And I mean, I have that rationalization too. I'm like, well, why doesn't he get fired up? Why doesn't he ever yell?
But I think that can be very much a positive sometimes.
It can be if it's done right and not used, if you don't go that well too often. There have been a few post games this year where he actually looks disheveled compared to what we're used to from him, very prim and proper, and it's kind of how he is. But I feel like there have been some moments where he has been angry and he is feeling the stress and the heat and all that from his team's inability to get it together. Behind closed doors, I feel like maybe we do see behind closed doors. What we don't get to see is him maybe get a little bit agitated and fired up to a certain extent. And I know it's not in his nature. But Dustin, like, if you're these guys in the prime of your careers and you're some of the best players and you've gotten a cup finals and you got all this hardware except for the big one.
Like, what does this matter right now?
Yeah, your coach, and Belzy went on a nice rant about it post-game the other night. He says, not the coach. How many more coaches do you want here? You've had 5 coaches in the last 7 freaking years. Do you see a common denominator here? And I didn't want to say the term coach killer, but I said it after Jay Woodcroft got fired. These guys have been, you look at that track record, that's coach killer territory. And so, like, do you want another guy who's been the winningest coach or the highest winning percentage in franchise history? I mean, he's getting to that threshold where most guys get fired in Edmonton, which is pathetic. It would be nice to see passion, but to see outward anger and frustration from Chris Knobloch Like, what good would that
Right.
really do for the players that actually have to play the game? Like, does it just satisfy the fan base?
I don't know, but like, does it fire up?
smells
Does it
amazing.
fire up the players?
Well,
That's if
they should be fired up. But
look at this.
this smells amazing.
This
This
does
is that
smell-
Frank's
this is-
Honey Hot.
This is that pepperoni
I'm
pizza.
going to read it.
Yeah, read the
This
description
is
on this
okay.
again, Tommy.
We're not going to be hungry all day today. So we just had the stuffed crust matzo sticks with the vodka sauce, was so good. You have the pepperoni stinger pizza. It's vodka sauce, cup and crisp pepperoni,
Yep.
ricotta, and pizza mozzarella drizzled with Mike's hot honey.
This looks unbelievable.
That hot honey is amazing on pizza. If you haven't had it yet, I suggest
there we go.
giving it a
Oh,
whirl.
boy.
Oh, baby.
We got a second table
Oh,
being pulled up
baby.
here.
We are in for it.
This is great.
And then this is the prosciutto and mushroom pizza. Garlic Alfredo. Oh, my God. Garlic Alfredo sauce, crisp prosciutto, mushrooms, Gouda, provolone, Parmesan, pizza mozzarella, and balsamic roasted red onions. Oh, boy. I mean,
that's that one.
Mamma mia, as we like to say.
There you
And
go.
then,
Mamma mia.
And then that is
This is that top or the second one, the penne.
crispy chicken vodka penne. Oh, boy.
Look at this.
Penne tossed in vodka sauce with garlic and
How sick
spinach,
is
topped
that?
with strips of buttermilk fried chicken breast, crisp prosciutto, pesto, and Parmesan, served with garlic toast.
I'm taking down one of these.
Oh, yeah. How is it?
Oh.
It's the holiday playlist at Boston Pizza. And by the way,
Wow.
from November 18th to November 22nd at participating Boston Pizza
That's
locations,
really good.
and I think it's about like 90% of them in northern Alberta, even some in southern Alberta, proceeds from pizza sales, Dusty, will be going to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
That is why we will be at the Devon Boston Pizza. They're one of the big ones driving this promotion.
Yep.
We'll be there from 11 until 7 next Tuesday.
Okay, I'm doing this prosciutto pizza.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm probably not going to touch a lot of that,
Prosciutto is amazing.
but this
It's
looks
got
incredible.
Alfredo
Look at this.
base for the sauce. Anyway, I'll read some text while you chew, and then I'll take a bite. We'll do this one after the other. Okay. Someone says, I wish someone loved me as much as Tommy loves vodka sauce. I love vodka sauce. EMG texting in says, as a team who's been to the finals.
This pizza's delicious.
Yeah. And had long runs the last 2 years, they just don't seem very fired up at all at this stage of the season. I'm with EMG wholeheartedly on that text. Haji says Knob needs to give the old dig the expletive in speech. I know, but Haji, I don't disagree with you either. But at what point does that lose its impact?
But we haven't seen it yet, like ever. Like at the podium.
At the podium, right.
I'm sure in the room, I hope in the room it's different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to a few more texts. 780-218-9999.
Oh, my God.
Is that good too? When's your next on location?
On Wednesday.
Let's see here. Is it Wednesday?
Yeah. Wednesday at Clairview.
Let's lay out your Boston Pizza.
And then
Let's see.
Saturday at Westgate. We're busy, and we're at Hudson's again on the 19th, I think.
Yeah,
White.
and then we're at, if you go to edmontonsportstalk.com and click on location, you'll see, Clairview on Wednesday. Saturday, is that a Saturday at Westgate? Yeah, Saturday at Westgate. The next Tuesday, we're at Devon, like all day. The Wednesday, you're at Hudson's. The 22nd, you're back at 170th and Westgate.
Yep.
And then the 29th, you're at Clairview again. So, yeah, the Nasties are going to be crushing this pizza. I'll tell you this 100%.
Okay.
That's tremendous.
Did somebody put Janmark will be on McDavid's wing? I can't remember. Knobloch didn't say that, did he? Because this text says Janmark starting on McDavid's wing tonight is going to hit like crack. It didn't work. They tried it last year. It was awful. It basically nullified McDavid. Are you laughing? Or are you coughing?
I think I'm okay. Did we see that somewhere? What did you suggest to read that the lines might look
I just guessed because it's all just assumptions. I had Bonjapane, McDavid, Roslovic. This is what I was guessing. I didn't see anything on Twitter. Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Savoy, Henrique, Howard, Frederick, Philp between Janmark and Lazar. That's what my guess was projected. Yeah. I could be wrong, but that was just me trying to move things around.
You know, Tommy, this is going to sound crazy to say, buddy. But I think your boy Yanmark could help this team right now.
Listen, like
I it's crazy, right? But
all jokes aside, he's just a solid NHL player. And I know we like to tease like, oh, your boy Yanmark. He's a good bottom six player. Okay. He does a lot of little things. He battles. He tries to win races. Yeah. But losing Nugent Hopkins is massive. But I hope you're right.
all right, if you have any questions, 780-218-9999. Jake from Ontario texts in. I apologize if I'm reading something that you might have already read. We're trying to alternate back and forth. How good is that pizza? Hey, how good is that?
These pizzas are phenomenal.
How good is that?
Amazing. And how good is the hot like the hot honey?
It's so good. All right. Hey, guys, I'm coming in late listening, but I just wanted to throw this out there for people only blaming the goalies for the record right now. Carolina's goalies are both under a .900 save percentage, and they're first place in their division. Goalies need to be better, but there needs to be a full look at this entire team.
Oh, yeah. Kochetkov got sent down last week and called back up.
You're telling me they could have claimed him? Well, I mean, at some man, I'm very curious. We're sitting back here at the Mayo Boston Pizza next November. Who are their goaltenders? Right?
I have no idea.
Like if Skinner,
I don't think they know.
Like I just don't see a world where they're paying Skinner $6 million to be their number one. So,
I mean,
you have to change that, I guess.
Through the first one, like you could say for the first couple of weeks, okay, maybe he's got something there, and then all of that goodwill, all of the, hope, I think has been dashed in the last couple of weeks. Even the shine on Calvin Pickard has worn off. You see it in the chat and the text line.
Is there any way it could be so bad this year that even like Stoff is calling for a coaching change?
Well, he would probably be getting messaging from somebody
to
higher above,
and
then start.
Yeah, fair enough. But like, could it actually get that bad? I just don't see a world where it gets that bad.
If they absolutely crater, then yes. And then,
what if they are? So this road trip. What if they are where they are now, at the end of the month? What if they're 7th in the division at the end of the month? Let it be known. I would say I still wouldn't change a coach, but you know how this market is. You know how this franchise has worked.
Yep.
Knobloch also isn't Stan Bowman's guy, so depending on how much say Stan Bowman would have in things, but I just think as an organization, you would be mocked relentlessly by the rest of the league, letting a coach go that's taking you only to Stanley Cup Finals. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder, like, what if they are in 7th in the division when calendar turns to December, past American Thanksgiving?
That's
right. Like,
yeah. I mean, you still have time to turn it around, but man, how many weeks are we going to gas saying, oh, they can still turn it around? Oh, they can still turn it around. Yep, they're taking on water and below 500, but they can still turn it around. The other thing is, how many wake-up calls do you need? We thought there was a wake-up call against Utah Mammoth where they all had their moment and said, enough is enough. 2 weeks later, they're getting absolutely destroyed by Colorado.
That's why,
how many wake-up calls do you need? It's in the room. Leon said it. It's in the room. They have to figure it out. Then figure it out. Put your money where your mouth is. That's it.
They could, like, that's if they win tonight, then we're talking about this upcoming 7-game road trip and going, it was a nice win against Columbus. They could maybe win 4 or 5 on the trip.
Well, they need to beat Columbus again later in the week.
They have to play Columbus, they're the second game on the 7-game trip, right?
Back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday. This road trip, I mean, the way they're playing now is going to be, it could just kill them. It could tank the season.
Gordon McDowell over on the Nasty Chat on YouTube, and yes, you can text us as well. I'm not sure Bowman has the authority to decide what to have for his own lunch. Well, Gordon, I will say this. If he does, feel free to pop by Boston Pizza and try one of these
he'd have
new,
to...
what's it, Stinger? Is this what's this?
Oh, right
Where's
here.
that menu?
Yep, right here. He'd have to consult and CC Jeff on it.
Pepperoni Stinger Pizza.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good.
Very yummy.
Coach Mike texting in says, at the start of the season, when the pundits say the Oilers will be X or they are X, it always seems like the Oilers go out of their way to prove the pundits wrong. This Oilers defense was supposed to be one of the best in the league, and they have lost all season. That's from Coach Mike. Again, we talked about it on this show. Whoever put the Oilers defense as like one of the top in the league,
it was the Athletic.
I was like, are you out of your freaking mind? I would say middle of the pack at best. And
that one didn't really make sense to me. Yeah.
No. I think it had something to do with like some underlying numbers, and it just there's a lot to be desired with this defense. You have a number 2 who has just been awful this year. Awful. Just gonna say he's been awful this year. He's your top paid defenseman. Number 25 has not been very good. I'd say bad this season. Number 14, who's supposed to be your most reliable defenseman, he's getting old. And he's part of him being bad this year has a lot to do with his D partner. And he's had his own issues to deal with. Wallman, injured for the first part of the year, good out of the gate. He has struggled the last week or so. Kulak, I guess, is their steadiest guy.
I mean, he had a really bad game in the last week, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when Kulak is your best defenseman, more often than not on a game-to-game basis, that's a problem. And I'm not saying that as a slight to Brett Kulak. I'm saying that as a slight to the rest of the D. He's supposed to be your steady hand on the third pair, give you reliable minutes, and that's generally what he does. But when you're so bad defensively that Brett Kulak is your best D-man on most nights, and then Ty Emberson, whatever, Alec Regula gets his clock cleaned by Evander Kane, TBD on what he is going to be as an NHL defenseman. He's only played 26, 27 NHL games. And then, Stetcher, whatever. Stetcher's
just a lot of Stetchers around out there.
Yeah, he's a veteran guy, gives you everything he's got. I commend him for it, but I don't know. I still am baffled by whoever put this Oilers defense even in the top 10. What are you looking at to determine
I don't know. I don't know who I don't want to pay $1 for the Athletic, so I'm not too sure who wrote the article. But
the Athletic's gone downhill. I'll just say that.
MH texts in and says the coaching staff, they don't hold anyone accountable that is meaningful. All the big contract players besides Nurse can do anything they want without repercussion. The bottom 6 guys have no identity on this team. They don't even kill penalties. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing that's unfair as far as criticism of the club goes.
That's fair.
Right now. Somebody over in the chat had an interesting one. YYC No Flames for me says, Berube is ripping the Leafs nonstop. Knobloch dancing around gently around player criticisms all the time. Such a weird contrast reading the headlines.
Well,
it is true. They are exact opposites.
Totally. But, I mean, Chris Knobloch probably as a player was more of the mindful, cerebral hockey player, thoughtful. And then Craig Berube would just bash your head in with his fists. There is a bit of a difference there as well.
Coyote Steve says the no movement clauses are killing this team. The Oilers have 9 full no movement clauses.
And that's not even the most in the league, by the way.
Somebody has more, eh?
I think there's a couple teams. There's a team that has we went through this in the off season. There's a couple teams with 10 plus. So it isn't just Edmonton, but I agree. If you know that nothing can be done if you play absolute ass, well, they can't set me down. They can't. I have full control. It takes that edge away, right? Remember we talk about guys staying hungry to get in the lineup, staying hungry to stay in the lineup because they know there's guys behind them. Kind of takes that away because you negotiated it. It's kind of hockey in general. Kids don't try out for teams. They go to ID camps and then their parents negotiate with the academy that they're playing with or the club team and say, well, I made AAA this year. Did you make it or did your daddy negotiate you onto the team?
I would probably say 50% of people are getting negotiated onto those teams.
And it's in the NHL now. You get agents negotiating these no movement clauses and guy plays like dog crap one night and he's like, I might get bumped down in the third line tonight, but that's okay. I'll go play my 14 minutes and twirl around a little bit.
Sailor texts in and says, I thought Aaron Hill was going to be the MVP in 2009 as a Toronto Blue Jay. Carson Palmer of my Cincinnati Bengals was going to be the face of the NFL, and we all remember the Oilers in the decade of darkness. I've had some tough times as a sport fan. The Oilers' loss on Saturday was the worst defeat I've watched in 30 years of calling myself a diehard sports fan. Since 2021, I have witnessed my Bengals losing the Super Bowl on a blown call. The Oilers lose back-to-back Stanley Cup finals against Florida, and the Blue Jays lose in Game 7 the way they did. And this one hurts him even more. And you know what's even worse for the Sailor is that he lives out east and had to stay up till after 1 o'clock for that.
Jeez.
Which I also did.
I'm sorry, Sailor.
Like, I called the game. I got into Toronto at the airport.
Yep.
Watched the rest of the West CFL final.
Yep.
And then I was just like, the Oilers game didn't even start till after 10. And I was exhausted, and I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the first period, see how it goes. So I'm watching the first period, and I'm like, oh, boy. Then Eddie the Gambler is texting me, and he goes, I'm not even watching the game right now. What the hell is going on? I said, well, they're not playing very well, Edster. It could be worse. And then it gets to the second period, and at that point, I don't know, it's 12:30 or whatever, and it's midnight. And I was just like, let's see what happens. I do want to give a shout out to Jack Michaels, who, like, Jack and Louie, I get it, they're the home broadcast crew. I think at one point, I can't remember what the score was, but Jack was like, one more here, and there's going to be a game. I was like, oh, no. I mean, you might need to. And then when they went up 6-1, poor Lou was like, that's a dagger. I was like, well, I feel like the dagger probably came a little bit earlier.
The third goal was a dagger.
I get it as, like, the home crew. Yeah. You try to paint a picture of a fake reality. But when Lou, and I love Lou, I think he's good at it in color.
They are the best. They're great.
When they scored the 6-1, you just hear Lou go, dagger. I mean, they're down 5-1 at the time to the best team in the National Hockey League.
No,
those guys. I mean, that would have been a horrible game to have to call. So I'll give them all the credit. But I think I'm not criticizing. I was amused by it. Like, I was. Yeah, I know.
And you have a better understanding of the dichotomy of everything going on.
Yeah, you got to try to paint pictures.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing national games, because
that was technically national.
I guess that one technically wasn't. But, you know, I mean,
yes.
Yeah. But, that was funny.
It wasn't the dagger. I know Louis a pro. He's one of the best, and he's a good friend. But I think a more appropriate reaction would have been, stop. He's already dead.
They're already dead.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Somebody throw the damn flag.
Oh, yeah.
Throw the damn towel. Throw the damn
towel. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
All right. Let's get into a few more over on YouTube.
Can I say Carson Palmer was a very good Cardinals quarterback? Was that Sailor that sent that in?
That's probably where he plays best ball, you think?
I know he was highly touted in Cincy and everything, but he brought some respect back to the Cardinals. He was their best quarterback since Kurt Warner.
All right, let's get to Mo over on YouTube, who's sitting over here.
What up, Mo?
Boys, let's be honest. There's a fundamental issue with this team. They don't start on time, and they rely on these winning streaks to turn seasons around. How many humbling moments do they need?
A million.
It's a great point.
That's so true. In theory, they shouldn't need this many, but this group of players don't tend to learn from past lessons, or they forget them very quickly, which is unfortunate.
Chatting with some other gentlemen over here.
Yes.
And one thing I didn't rant about this morning, we haven't brought up yet, but I agree with him. He brought up the point. McDavid and Draisaitl are out there for over 90 seconds early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They draw a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And then they leave them out there to start the power play. Like, I kind of get it, but I'm also like, they might have been out there for almost 2 minutes at that point. And when I saw it, I was like, throw the second unit out there. It's McDavid and Draisaitl would have to have their legs cut off at the knees for Knobloch to not have them start a power play. Like, they were out there for an extended shift.
Yeah.
Even after we knew the penalty was coming, I was like, just give them the puck.
Yeah.
So these guys are on the ice less, because they're going to stay out there.
Yes.
Like, to me, that would have been a good opportunity for 30 seconds, put the other unit out there, make them feel like they actually matter, and then go McDavid and Draisaitl out there for 90 seconds.
Hell,
Like,
they might even score for you, and they have this year in their very limited time.
I thought that sort of summarized the team in general, where it's just.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Congratulations, you drew a penalty, but you were out there for a long shift before.
Right.
Let the other guys have a quick breather and then get back out there. This is a team. It is not just the power. Like the power play's been ridiculous. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying don't play them. I'm saying if they're out there for that long and draw a penalty, it's not the end of the world.
Give them a 30-second
to let
break.
the other guys get out there briefly.
Yeah.
Probably would have made them more impactful because they would have got off, got a quick breather, and then come back out.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of problems with these guys. It's like
I got a lot of problems with you people.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We're closing in on a month before Festivus here, so we can start using those references. Plus, it is the holiday playlist that we're unveiling today on today's oil stream. So
yeah, we tried to touch them all. Here, Tommy, take a bite of this pasta right here.
Oh my God!
Right, this has your vodka sauce.
Yeah, it does. Also, you
about.
had a Lloyd Braun reference, which was bang on. Here we go.
That's what. Isn't that what? Like Knobloch must get home and go into his basement. There's got to be a soundproof room down there where he goes in and just goes ah, like every single time. Is that good? Look at this. Look at this pasta. It's all available on the Boston Pizza menu.
Crispy strips of prosciutto.
Okay, I see that. Try one of these pieces of chicken strip because there's like a spice in the breading.
Yeah.
That really sort of, I don't know. It's different than what you usually would get here with the breaded chicken. Like, wait for it. There's like a little bit of there's some flavor that comes out in the right. Did you get that there
at the end? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Very good.
I don't know what it is, but
it's delicious. This holiday playlist is fantastic.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's going to be locked in here for the next little while at all Boston Pizza locations. I'm very excited to hear what Hernan Salas has to say about the Oilers game on Saturday. More from Joaquin Gage. I know Hernan told me he's going to torch Trent Frederick. They probably got their whole show might have to be lowlights. There's no highlights from that one, right? With the lowlights and highlights, that'll be coming up in EST afternoons. Then the Reed Wilkins show from 3 until 6 today, and Chris Pronger is going to be on the Reed Wilkins show.
Saw him at the rink today. He is a huge human being.
He's a big man, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
He's working with Prime.
He's with Prime, and Spec and Gregor and Rashog and Gino and Bob, they're all over him. Good times, eh? Memories. And I think, and Bob even dropped a reference when talking about the Oilers. He has Knobloch a question about the Oilers defense, and he started with, you've got a gentleman back there who helped lead this team to a Stanley Cup final. So tell me about this defense. And it's like, yep, thank you for including Chris Pronger, who everybody noticed is there. But it's just like, it's crazy how
Pronger must have loved that.
Oh, I'm sure he did. But you get some of these, like the legends, and everywhere they go, every market, people they're like magnets for these guys. And I never crossed paths with him outside of when he played for like Anaheim. And
he wasn't here that long. He couldn't have developed that many great relationships.
Well, from what I hear, it was quite different. and he did not have very good relationships with a lot of folks. So, to see. I mean, maybe he did have good relations. I'm assuming he got along well with.
I've liked him as post-career stuff.
I
like what he's doing online, man. I think he's a good broadcaster.
Yeah.
He will be on the Reed Wilkins show. Coob, are you back there right now?
Yes, I am.
All right. What else is coming up on EST Afternoons, buddy?
As you mentioned, Hernan and Gage are going to dive into the 9-1 loss by the Oilers suffered on Saturday. They'll get into the game tonight with Jeff Swoboda. I'm not sure if I completely butchered his name, but I tried to search it up, and I couldn't find how to pronounce it. Swoboda? Yes.
There you go.
A Columbus Blue Jackets team reporter. And we'll get into some notes from practice today as well with some of the injury updates and lineup changes. With that, we'll hear from Stuart Skinner and Leon Draisaitl at some point during the show as well.
All right. Well, they're going to have a great show. Make sure you stick around if you're on TuneIn or iHeart, on YouTube, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. EST Afternoons is coming up from 1 until 3. That'll lead into the Reed Wilkins show. Tommy, what time you get going tonight?
We get going at 5:30. Probably have Steve Mears on to talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, 7-7. Looking at the Oilers, licking their chops, going, we can go to 8-7, but then the Oilers at the other end looking at this situation. Go, we got to bounce back after getting embarrassed.
And a spicy post-game show.
Bring it on,
Who's with
man.
you tonight? Is it Cass or
It's Belzy again. Belzy, and then Reed. The boys were great. Actually, we were at my place. We had we had a couple beverages afterwards.
Did Reed have a beer?
Yeah, he had a beer.
Oh, wow,
I
I like
him.
that, yeah.
And then while Belzy had left, Reed was sitting there, and I get a text from Hernan about 2 hours after the game, and he goes, "That was a great post game."
Yeah, Hernan was out and about Saturday night.
Yeah, so I feel like he needs to have his say, which he's got 2 hours to do right now.
All right, EST Afternoons is on the way. That's going to do it. Thank you to everybody here at the Nemeo Boston Pizza. The holiday playlist menu
So good.
is absolutely delicious. You're going to want to check this out. And then, Tommy, you're on location at a Boston Pizza
on Wednesday. We are at BP Clairview.
All right, that's going to do it for the Oil Stream today. For Tom Gazzola, I am Dustin Nielson. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.